Hi, I'm James, and today I want to talk to you about apprenticeships and the barriers that I think small companies face when setting up apprenticeship programs or not even bothering to start with the apprenticeship program. And so firstly, I want to talk about what an apprenticeship is. An apprenticeship is where you hire someone, you send them off to uni 1 day a week, and the other 4 days you get them to work on your stuff. And for me, I think this is a massive win-win. The reason being is for the apprentice, they don't pay for their degree. It's completely free, which saves them roughly 10 grand a year. Then add in the fact that they're earning while they learn, means that the overall benefit to them over 5 years is roughly £70,000 here at Blue, and it will be similar for your apprentices too. The other side of that coin, the win for the employer, is that actually wages are relatively low compared to graduate engineers. So a starting salary for apprentice at Blue Engineering is £13,500, and so that really does help justify the reason to take on an apprentice as a business owner, and that therefore creates the win-win. Next thing I want to talk to you about then is the three major barriers that I think business owners have. So the first barrier that I think that small employers have when thinking about setting up an apprenticeship program is this mindset that it's going to be really difficult. And in reality, it's so much more simple than that. I think business owners are pulled in all sorts of directions, whether it be new website or setting up, getting our next version of the newsletter written, or actually doing project work and head down trying to earn some money. Setting up an apprenticeship program, in my view, takes about a week's worth of work, not necessarily in 1 week, but I think a kind of 40 hours in order to kind of partner up with the university, set up the program and get the adverts out there. You're looking at about 40 hours from scratch to having something that's up and running, and you don't need to think about it too much more once you've delegated those key roles to other members of your staff. The next big barrier to small businesses is the actual business model itself. So many companies choose to employ fully qualified professional staff who are very capable and able to do whole projects for you. What you need to do with an apprenticeship is you need to start layering up your work. What you'll find is that these people that you're paying a hell of a lot of money, or yourself for that matter, are going to be doing some tasks which are relatively menial or very, very straightforward. And actually, it's these tasks that you can give to an apprentice in their first year to learn how to do it, and then so they can do them automatically, report back to you when they're not working. And each year they grow, and you need to build that, change the business model so that they have something to grow into every year, and look at it holistically with a view that there will be new apprentices each and every year. What that creates then is it creates a layered approach to completing projects rather than just employing the super person who can do everything on a project. This will increase your margins significantly because now wages are being spent more accurately to the tasks that are being asked of them, and it will massively free up the time of those senior staff who are excellent at their job to work on more projects over time. Or over the same time. The third barrier that I'd like to talk about is this idea of running the program. So it isn't just a case of get the advert up, get someone employed, put them at uni and kind of forget about it. There is an element of maintenance to this, but the maintenance doesn't require a whole HR department that larger companies have the benefit of. Here, again, business owner level at Blue, we don't have a dedicated HR person at the moment. And yet we're still able to run these apprenticeships very effectively. And the main reason for that is because we let the university take the lead. They have level of duty of ensuring the apprentice is up and running and is successfully progressing within their career. And that includes in the employer's during the time working with the employer. And so what's great about that is if you've already built a business model which shows how they get more and more complex tasks over the years, you'll be covering your part. And then every quarter, the university will be setting up a check-in, which is an hour per apprentice. We do ours on bulk. So we would have a meeting with 6 apprentices in one go. And then we just run through, just checking that they've updated their records and that they are actually still progressing and passing university and whatnot. So the running of the program is actually very simple when you say, okay, university, you take it over for us, you do it, and we fill out the forms. I mean, bit of side advice on that is, for us, we've learned that actually it's better to stick to one university and then you get their way of doing it. Where we've had different universities for different apprenticeships programs, it hasn't worked so well because they each want to do it slightly different. And then Blue has had to learn each different way for each of the unis. So if possible, try and stick with one university if they cover all of the stuff. All of the different courses. LSBU is a very good university that seems to cover a whole wealth of different trades and professions. So for me, there's 2 major reasons why SMEs aren't hiring. The first one is they don't even know about it. They don't know that apprenticeships exist, and particularly degree apprenticeships exist within their profession. For example, the architecture apprenticeship is now up and running. You can get a Part 1 under an apprentice. You don't pay a penny for their training, and you can train them up, and as it takes many years, they become your drawer for many years, and it's a great way of doing that. The other reason why more SMEs aren't hiring, I think, is because it's perceived risk. That it's, oh my God, we've got to put a load of money into this in the first instance. Then we need to keep investing to it until we get some payback. Now, in our experience here at Blue, and we have been doing this for many years, our experience is that we have our apprentices earning us money, producing work that we will be billing for in about 2 to 3 months. So when you're looking at a £13,500 salary, plus the incentives that come in from the government and the fact you don't have to pay national insurance on them for the first year, actually the cost of those staff is very low from a cash flow perspective. And so therefore, it shouldn't be something to hold us back on doing. We should crack on with it, really. So how can we change this? How can we get more SMEs involved in this? Well, I'm a member of the LAN, and I've been a member now for about 6 months. And this is a group of people. Some are from large employers, some are from the government, from the Education Skills Funding Agency. GLA, I think, has representatives within it. And my focus is on SMEs and small businesses, and trying to encourage apprenticeships through that. So if you are interested in what you're hearing today and you'd like to know more about it, please feel free to contact me. And I just want to end on what Blue does, just a very quick overview, because I think this then might get the juices flowing as to how it might work in your business. But in our business, we're partnered with London South Bank University. They do civil engineering courses, and we put them on a degree apprenticeship, which is 5 years long, 1 day per week they're off, 4 days they're with us. And in those 4 days, they do fee-paying work. In the first year, they do all of our drawing work. In the second year, they gain more skill and can start doing the more complex drawing work, or start building the 3D models for the engineers to do the design. Year 3 becomes the year where they become more client-facing, sending emails, issuing work, answering simple questions from contractors and coordinating the projects out. Works very well. The 4th year, they're now working on more complex engineering, because they've now learned enough at university to be able to do that design work, and so year 4 becomes a time where then they can do all of the design work. And then year 5 is where we bring all of that together, management and design and coordination, all under one umbrella. And we would expect them to be able to run a whole project whilst having perhaps a fresh graduate underneath them, and maybe even other apprentices as well. So they have a kind of a team, and all that in 5 years is great. I think it's also worth pointing out that the apprentices that we take on here are AAA, AAA A-level students, or thereabouts, and that just kind of shows the caliber of student or apprentice that we're employing. That a good few of them will be turning down university places to join us, and I think it's fair to say you can expect the same if you can build out this business model so they can see their future. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found it inspiring. And if you'd like, please contact me, and I'd love to talk to you about it a bit more. Thanks. Bye.